Sheryl Swoopes is an iconic figure in the history of basketball, widely regarded as one of the most influential and accomplished women to ever play the game. Born on March 25, 1971, in Brownfield, Texas, she grew up in a modest environment and discovered her passion for basketball at an early age. She played high school basketball in her hometown before going on to attend South Plains Junior College and later transferring to Texas Tech University, where her basketball talents flourished. At Texas Tech, Swoopes made an indelible mark on the women's college basketball scene. She led the Lady Raiders to a national championship in 1993 and was named the NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player. Her performance in the championship game, where she scored 47 points, is still considered one of the greatest in NCAA women's basketball history. That same year, she also received the prestigious Naismith College Player of the Year award, solidifying her place as one of the best college players of her time. Sheryl Swoopes' impact extended well beyond college. She made history in 1996 by becoming the first player signed to the newly formed Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA. She joined the Houston Comets and quickly became a cornerstone of the league. Alongside teammates like Cynthia Cooper and Tina Thompson, Swoopes helped lead the Comets to 4 consecutive WNBA championships from 1997 to 2000. Her versatility on the court, combined with her fierce competitiveness, earned her 3 WNBA Most Valuable Player (MVP) awards in 2000, 2002, and 2005. Known for her exceptional defense as well as her scoring ability, she was also named the WNBA Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Internationally, Swoopes represented the United States with pride and success. She played for Team USA in 3 Olympic Games, 1996 in Atlanta, 2000 in Sydney, and 2004 in Athens, winning gold medals in all 3. Her international career also included success in FIBA World Championships, further establishing her as a dominant force on the global stage. Swoopes broke new ground off the court as well. She became a trailblazer when, in 2005, she publicly came out as gay, becoming one of the first professional athletes in a major team sport to do so. Her courage and authenticity helped pave the way for more open discussions about sexuality in sports. Throughout her career, she served as a role model for aspiring athletes, particularly young women and girls of color. After retiring from professional play, Swoopes transitioned into coaching and advocacy. She held coaching positions at Loyola University Chicago and Texas Tech, among others, where she worked to mentor the next generation of athletes. Her legacy has been honored through numerous accolades, including her induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016 and the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in 2017. Sheryl Swoopes' career is a testament to talent, perseverance, and leadership. She not only changed the landscape of women's basketball, but also helped elevate the visibility and credibility of women's professional sports as a whole. Her legacy continues to inspire both on and off the court. Even beyond her retirement from the WNBA, Sheryl Swoopes has continued to be an influential figure in sports, leadership, and social advocacy. Her voice carries weight not just because of her achievements, but because of her willingness to speak out on issues like gender equality, racial justice, and LGBTQ+ rights. She has often shared her story in interviews, public speaking events, and panel discussions, encouraging young athletes to embrace their identities and push through adversity. Swoopes has also worked with various organizations and programs that focus on youth development, especially in underserved communities. Through basketball camps, mentorship opportunities, and public outreach, she has remained deeply connected to the sport and the values it can instill: discipline, confidence, teamwork, and resilience. Her involvement has often gone beyond basketball, touching on broader themes of education, health, and empowerment. In her coaching career, she experienced both success and challenges. Her time at Loyola University Chicago was notable but ended in some controversy with reported tensions and investigations. However, she never allowed setbacks to define her. Instead, she continued to evolve, speak her truth, and use her platform to inspire change. Sheryl Swoopes has also been the subject of documentaries and retrospectives highlighting her career and impact. She's frequently cited as a pioneer in women's sports, often mentioned alongside other legendary athletes like Lisa Leslie, Diana Taurasi, and Tamika Catchings. Her name is synonymous with the early days of the WNBA and the explosive growth of women's basketball during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Her influence even extends into pop culture. In 1995, Nike launched the Swoopes, making her the first woman to have a signature basketball shoe, a milestone moment for women athletes and the marketing of women's sports. The shoe was hugely popular and signified a turning point in how female athletes were seen and celebrated in the world of endorsements and merchandise. Today, Sheryl Swoopes is widely recognized not only for her legendary skills and numerous accolades, but also for her courage, authenticity, and trailblazing spirit. She remains a proud advocate for the game, regularly appearing at WNBA events, All-Star Games, and Hall of Fame ceremonies, often offering commentary and insight as an ambassador for the sport. Through everything, she has maintained a connection to the fans and the communities that supported her journey. Her life story continues to be a source of motivation for athletes and non-athletes alike, a story of a small-town girl who rose to become a global icon, forever changing the world of sports for women, and leaving an enduring legacy that will inspire generations to come. In recent years, Sheryl Swoopes has continued to embrace her role as a legend of the game, using her experience and platform to push for greater respect, equity, and representation for women in sports. She has been vocal about the need for better pay, increased visibility, and more investment in the WNBA and women's athletics in general. Swoopes often speaks about the disparities that still exist between men's and women's professional sports, advocating for structural change and continued support from both fans and institutions. She has also been involved in mentoring young players, particularly those navigating the path from college to professional leagues. As one of the WNBA's original stars, Swoopes has a unique perspective on how the league has evolved since its launch in 1997. She has spoken positively about the growth of the game and the increasing talent pool in today's generation of players, while also reminding the public of the sacrifices and challenges faced by the early pioneers like herself who laid the foundation. In addition to her work in sports, Swoopes has participated in community and non-profit initiatives focused on education, youth empowerment, and social justice. She has worked with organizations that support girls' access to sports and education, particularly in communities that face systemic barriers. Her journey from Brownfield, Texas, to international stardom continues to resonate with young people who see in her a symbol of what's possible with dedication and belief in oneself. On a broader cultural level, Swoopes' story has found a place in academic discussions, documentaries, and even museum exhibits that explore the intersection of sports, race, gender, and identity. She's been featured in retrospectives about women's sports history and civil rights movements, with her career representing a bridge between athletic excellence and social progress. Scholars and sport historians often cite her as a case study in how one individual can shift public perception and contribute to long-term institutional change. As the WNBA continues to gain traction, attract new fans, and generate global attention, Sheryl Swoopes is often looked to as a foundational figure, someone who helped lay the bricks on which today's stars now stand. Her journey is referenced not just as history, but as a living blueprint for what's possible when talent, purpose, and authenticity come together. She has occasionally hinted at writing a memoir or producing a documentary about her life, something fans and followers eagerly anticipate. A full telling of her story, from her early days in Texas to her dominance at Texas Tech, to a pioneering role in the WNBA and beyond, would not only serve as a personal chronicle, but also as a cultural document that captures one of the most transformative eras in women's sports. Sheryl Swoopes remains a figure of unwavering impact. Her life reflects far more than just basketball success. It reflects leadership, evolution, courage, and legacy. Her name will forever be etched in the annals of sports history, not just for what she achieved, but for how she changed the game and the world around it. Swoopes has also remained active on social media and in public discourse, using her voice to comment on major sporting events, share personal reflections, and connect with fans. Her willingness to be open about her life, including her experiences as a Black woman and a member of the LGBTQ+ community, has made her a powerful figure for representation in sports and beyond. She has also discussed the importance of mental health, sharing insights into the pressures athletes face and encouraging open conversations around wellness and balance. She has made appearances on television, in documentaries, and at special events honoring trailblazers in women's sports. Her role in shaping the WNBA's identity has been recognized by current players who credit her and her generation for making their careers possible. Players like Maya Moore, Breanna Stewart, and A.J.A. Wilson have expressed admiration for Swoopes, acknowledging the doors she helped open. Despite the passage of time, Sheryl Swoopes' name continues to carry weight not just for what she did on the court, but for the change she inspired off of it. Her story is now taught and told as part of the broader narrative of women's sports history. As an athlete, a coach, a mother, and a trailblazer, Swoopes exemplifies resilience, leadership, and excellence. Her legacy is etched into the fabric of basketball history, and she remains a living legend whose influence still guides and inspires the future of the game. Sheryl Swoopes' influence extends far beyond statistics and championship banners. She has become a symbol of possibility and empowerment. As the first player ever signed to the WNBA, she didn't just join a new league. She helped define it. Her dynamic style of play, marked by agility, intelligence, and defensive tenacity, set a standard for excellence and helped elevate the credibility of women's professional basketball in its formative years. Her presence gave the league immediate star power and legitimacy, drawing fans, media attention, and aspiring athletes to the game. As time has passed, Swoopes has been increasingly recognized not only for her athletic accomplishments, but for her role in breaking societal barriers. She was a forerunner in representation, long before discussions about inclusion became mainstream. Her 2005 decision to come out as gay was not only deeply personal, but also publicly significant, coming at a time when few professional athletes were open about their sexuality. This act of courage reverberated through the sports world and remains a landmark moment in LGBTQ+ visibility in athletics. Swoopes has since become a proud advocate for inclusion, and her honesty has helped normalize conversations about identity in sports environments. Beyond her public advocacy, Swoopes has worked on personal and grassroots levels to effect change. She has hosted basketball clinics and motivational talks across the country, always emphasizing the importance of education, perseverance, and self-respect. Many young athletes, particularly young black girls, have looked to her as a guiding light, someone who not only understands the challenges they face but has conquered them on the biggest stages. Her coaching career, while filled with both victories and learning moments, has been a reflection of a desire to give back. Whether on the sidelines or in one-on-one mentoring, she's remained committed to helping others reach their full potential, both on and off the court. At Texas Tech, where her collegiate legend was born, her return as a coach was symbolic, representing a full-circle journey and an ongoing relationship with the school and sport that shaped her. In the realm of accolades, Swoopes' resume is nearly unmatched. Her Hall of Fame inductions are not just ceremonial. They are a reflection of the profound and lasting impact she has had on the game. Her jersey has been retired, and her name is spoken alongside the greats of the sport, both male and female, as a benchmark of excellence. Even as the game evolves, Sheryl Swoopes remains a constant presence in its narrative. She often comments on current WNBA storylines, advocates for its continued growth, and supports the players who follow in her footsteps. She's active in events celebrating the history of the WNBA, reminding the world of where the league came from, how far it has come, and the women like her who made it all possible. Today, Swoopes balances her life between her public endeavors and her role as a mother. She has often spoken about how being a parent has shaped her perspective and further motivated her to set an example of strength, honesty, and resilience. She continues to use her story to uplift others, proving that her legacy is not confined to basketball courts or trophy shelves, but is alive in the values she embodies and shares. Through decades of change in sports, culture, and society, Sheryl Swoopes remains a pioneering figure, an athlete, a leader, an advocate, and an icon whose legacy transcends the game and speaks to the power of courage, authenticity, and greatness. As Sheryl Swoopes continues to evolve in her post-playing career, she remains as relevant and impactful as ever, not just as a former athlete, but as a cultural figure whose story continues to influence generations. She has become a highly sought-after speaker, invited to universities, leadership conferences, women's empowerment summits, and sports conventions to share her journey, insights, and the lessons she's learned along the way. Her storytelling is deeply personal and powerful, often touching on overcoming adversity, self-discovery, and the importance of staying true to oneself in the face of criticism or doubt. In addition to her speaking engagements, Swoopes has been involved in numerous initiatives aimed at advancing women's roles in leadership, not just in sports but across industries. She has advocated for women in coaching, noting the underrepresentation of female coaches even in women's sports, and has pushed for more opportunity for women in decision-making roles. Her own experiences navigating the coaching world have given her a unique understanding of both the challenges and the importance of having more diverse voices in leadership positions. She has also expressed interest in mentoring former players who are transitioning out of their professional careers, a process that can be mentally and emotionally difficult. Having lived through the highs of fame and the uncertainties of life after basketball, Swoopes has spoken candidly about the importance of preparing athletes for life beyond the game. Her transparency in these discussions reflects her commitment not only to greatness on the court but to growth and well-being off it.